Hey friends, I hope y'all are doing fantastic on Wednesday night. It's time for Paper Made Prettier television, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute bag. Isn't that adorable? Hey Kathy, we cannot go to Paris right now. I wouldn't. But you can take your friend to Paris and make a cute little bag, and you can just surprise and delight them with something delicious. I can't wait to hear in the comments what you would put in this bag. If you were giving it to a friend, what would you put in this bag? I know, Kathy, it's so sad because, I had a one-way ticket to Paris up until COVID. Just kidding. But a true story, my son was supposed to go to Europe on a school trip, and his got canceled, which is the rest of the world is canceled. But someday he'll get to go and see the world. All right, now I am going to point you guys down, so don't get shocked here. I just realized that I think there's going to be a different ribbon that I think is going to look better on this project. All right, so y'all just hang tight. We're going to let everyone get here. I'm going to grab something else that I love. Okay, here we go. So I love the Parisian Blossoms, the whole suite. It's got just, this paper is my favorite part. I'm going to take you on a visual tour through it. It's got this fabulous, actually it's champagne foil. I think it goes fine with silver, which is what I use because I frankly didn't have any champagne foil. Can't believe that. But you can see it's a specialty designer series paper because it's got this shiny aspect to it. So one side is flat and one side has shiny things on it. Some papers don't have shiny things on them, but many of them do. So you've got your shiny Eiffel Towers there. And what other patterns do we have? Little suitcases, perfect for scrapbooking. What are the bottom? What are the bottoms? Kathy, tell me what you mean by that. Sorry, I wasn't... Oh, the bottom dimensions. Sorry. We're going to get to that here in a second. Okay, so you've got your Parisian Beauty, and this is the stamp set that we're using tonight. And we are going to use these dies called Parisian dies. They go with the stamp set. I know, Chris, the paper is glorious. So you've got your little Eiffel Tower. I use the die out of there that says Merci. There's also one that says Amour, A-M-O-U-R. There's a flourishy thing, and then a fleur-de-lis, and an outline, so you could put something behind that Eiffel Tower, which is also cool. So thank you, Kathy, for sharing this video. Hey, Terry, I would love it if everybody could share the video so their friends could see the fun that we're having tonight. I'll show you another card that I made just tonight. We had a mystery stamping event on my Paper Made Prettier Club. So Paper Made Prettier Club is my Facebook group. You guys are on my Facebook page. So there's lots of fun to be had at Paper Made Prettier Club. Tonight we did a mystery stamping event, and this is the card that I made. It was what was on my table. So also using the Parisian emblems. Thank you, Terry. But that's not what we're making tonight. And I was just going to show you some other cards that were made using this paper. So you can see that beautiful paper. You can take it with your, isn't that adorable with the umbrella set, the paper? And then this is a really cool interpretation of the black and Parisian. Ooh, I just love the black that they used in that. Okay, onto our box. So you're going to start with a 12 by 12 piece of designer paper. And I'm going to go with a pool party piece the last time I used the Petal Pink. So I'm going to go with pool party this time. And I was going to... Okay. So now I'm going to give you a little warning because I did this the first time when I scored my designer paper. I got a little too excited. When you're scoring designer paper, don't push very hard, okay? So the first side, you're going to score it. Now think about if you want your paper to go this way or this way, okay? I think I want it to go this way. So this is the way you're going to start, okay? So 3.5 is where you're going to score it first. Oh, by the way, I got the idea for this card this project from Poodles. So she is a great demonstrator out of UK, and I honestly copied it almost completely. So I take no credit for this full design of this project. All right, 5 3/4 is your next score line. So lightly score designer paper. You don't need a lot. Remember, our scoring blade is the light blade. The next one is 9 1/4. I love this cutting cutter because it has a scoring blade. I don't have to go searching for a scoring blade. And then the final one is 11 1/2, which some cutters don't go that far. So our cutter has an extendable arm and goes all the way out to 12. So you're making all these scores, okay? Now you're going to turn your paper and score it at 2 1/4. Now I'll tell you, the first bag I scored wrong, so this bag is going to be longer than the first bag. I scored it at 2 3/4, which is fine. It still worked, but I wanted to make this bag a little taller. All right, so uncover this. The other thing you're going to need to finish this project is a piece of silver. So your piece of pool party is going to be 2.5 by 4.5, and then you need a silver that's 2 3/4 by 4 3/4, which I have somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. So that's what you're going to need for the front, but we're not doing that part yet. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do some creasing with our bone folder. Y'all I'm going to try to lift this camera up, so don't freak out. It's going to get a little rocky. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. Is that better? Okay, you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to use our bone folder, and we're just going to kind of like burnish all the folds here. So you're going to be folding it on all these score lines. Here comes Ben harassing me. All right. We share office spaces, and he's using my craft space to take his AP test right now, so we just kind of keep cracking each other up. Okay, so you've scored on all your score lines. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get rid of, and don't ask me where all my proper paper snips are. I think they're downstairs. All right, so we're going to pop out just that little piece in that corner, and then you can give this a little notch, kind of helps. All right, and then these 4 flaps down here, you're going to cut this up to the score line. You can see there, and then you can just nip a little piece out here. That helps the flaps sit down a little bit, so you can just kind of just the tiniest little V into, instead of cutting straight up, you can cut like the tiniest little V. Can you see what I'm doing there? It just lays a little bit flatter when you put your boxes flaps in. So you're good to go there. So you've cut out, you lay this flat. This is the smaller scoring edge. You're cutting out this piece and you're cutting up on those flaps. It's actually quite simple. All right, now we're going to use tear and tape. So if you use snail and try to put your box together, it's going to come apart. So you need a strong adhesive. We're going to use tear and tape, and we're going to go all the way down this smaller flap here. Okay. Now to get the tear and tape off, you're going to, what we call, kind of smash that down with your fingers. And for once, I've got my take your pick tool handy. Can you believe that? So our take your pick tool has a thing where you can pick up sequins, you can emboss, but you can also pop that out and make it a poker tool, and also you can flip it around and you have a little, oh, I don't know, palette knife of some sort. Hey, Leslie and Noelle. Now what you're going to do is go in here and just, that comes right off, you see? And then you just peel it up. So that take your pick tool can help you when you're battling that tear and tape. All right, now a little trick on putting this together. You're going to lay this side flat, and you're going to fold this side over right on top of it and meet it there in the middle, okay? Now, if you guys make a box, I want to see it. So I want you to post a picture of it on my page. All right, so now we've got these 4 flaps, okay? All we need really is some tear and tape on one of these longer inside flaps, or the wider one, and then you can just fold in your smaller edges and then square it up with your fingers and then pull that too. Now, I do stick my hand in here and just kind of give that a little smash to keep that down, okay? And that is the basic construction of your box. Now, all you're going to do to make it, I'm sorry, I keep saying box. Have I said box 100 times? It's a bag. Whatever. Okay, forgive me, friends. So now you're just going to pinch the tops, and I'm just using these clips for a second. They're not going to stay on the bag. I'm using it to close my bag. Now, I realized that the ribbon I used, I don't love. It's not very Parisian. So I went and grabbed my white ribbon that has this silver edge. And doesn't that just look fabulous? So now we're going to tie that. I just couldn't believe when I saw Poodles doing this, how ingenious that was. Because normally I would punch a hole in this bag and thread the ribbon through, but she just clipped it, and I was like, that's not going to stay. There's no way that's going to stay. And when she unclipped it, it did. Check it out. So just tie your ribbons and it'll stay. It keeps it closed. Cool. Hey, Stephanie Jackson. All right, so your bag is ready to go. You can take this ribbon off, fill it with champagne or chocolate or whatever makes you think of France. You could make a baguette for your friends and give them some little tub of butter in there. I don't know that butter would be a good idea, but that just makes me think of Paris. Okay, let's do the front, all right? So I've got this piece of Pool Party, and I have already cut out for you a Parisian Eiffel Tower from silver foil paper and a Merci word. I just thought the black looked really cool because pink and light colors with black just makes me think of France. Okay, now there is a tiny, tiny little eye dot over the eye, and I'm certain that I probably won't be able to find it on my table, but you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna try to add it with a Sharpie because that little dot is kind of cray-cray. I think some Bath and Body Works, Kathy, that would be so cool to send someone some hand soap right now. They would actually really love that. I mean, I would love it all the time, but especially right now. The stamp I'm using here is the Fleur de Lis from the stamp set. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this circly one. So I'm going to use a different one than the fleur-de-lis. I love the fleur-de-lis. I just love this circly thing too. So my bags are going to be different. Okay, now this is what's called tone-on-tone stamping. We're using the same color ink as paper. So we're just going to go like this. You don't have to ink it back up every time. You can go randomly and just stamp. Cool? Okay, so we've got a little pattern going on there. All right, now what we're going to do is use our snail adhesive to, where did it go? I literally just had it when I was making the last card. Okay, I covered it up. All right, so we're going to snail this down to our silver piece. And then this guy is going to go, actually, I have an idea. I am okay with this, but I think it would be fantabulous if this was popped up. I use glue dots to put this one down, but let's see if we can get some dimensionals on this thing. So luckily we have mini dimensionals, which, oh, stamp got stuck to something. Let me find my mini dimensionals. Those are big, of course. You always have the wrong size when you're looking for the other size. Okay, so if I put one here, then I can put one here and one here. Let's see what that does. I'm going to be happy with that. Yep, I have no issue with that. All right, so we're just going to pop this off, and pop that off. And voila. We have our Eiffel Tower. Oh, I love that. It just, there's like a shadow behind it versus this one. So, yay. I just like the dimensional one. Then you're going to find your Merci. It's up here. And I'm going to stick this down with some green top glue. So I'm actually just going to pick a couple of places to put a little dot. So I don't get, you aren't going to see me using this glue very much because it makes me nervous. I love it, but I usually get it all over myself. So I'm actually doing pretty good so far. I'm going to tilt it like so. Awesome. Okay, now watch. I'm going to take a Sharpie and dot that eye real quick because I don't want to find that little black piece of paper. Cool? All right. I'm digging that. Now, this just attaches to the front of our bag using a dimensional, which is, okay, now I have 2 sheets of small dimensionals, and I've hidden my large dimensionals from myself. Here they are. Y'all are just, I'm sure I'm just loads of entertainment for y'all tonight. All right. So, stick your dimensionals on for your front piece of awesome. And you have a cute bag to give to your friend. So I can't wait to see what y'all make. Of course, you could use any designer paper and make this same bag. So whatever you have, I can't wait to see y'all make it. And I want to see y'all post it on my page. I would love it. So 2 cute bags for fun things to give our friends. All right. Let me draw. I wrote this here because I forget every time to look and see who won the drawing for sharing last week. So the winner for last week I have drawn is Terry Imus. All right, so watch the mail for a prize, and we will see you guys again next week. Oh, I meant to tell you one more thing. So what I have going on to the left of me is a whole section of new products. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a card that I made from new products. Isn't that cute? So because I am a happy shopper, I can order from the Stampin' Up! Catalog now. I can order a selection of products. So this is a brand new suite called World of Good, and I'm dying. So if you are a happy shopper, you can go ahead and order new stuff. You can order all the new things that you want that are on that pre-order list. If you're not a happy shopper, talk to me, because you can get a starter kit now and put items from the pre-order on it. So you don't have to wait to see the annual catalog. You can see it now and order from it now. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.